Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
Hi, everyone. Good morning to you. It's 8 o'clock on the start of your Finally Friday. We have made it to the end of the work week. And for so many students around Western New York and teachers and parents, we've made it to the end of the first week of school.
It's been a really busy week. We know you were getting back in the swing of things. So because of that, we have some special guests that are coming up later that we know are going to put a smile on your face, because you know what? Busy week. You need to be smiling at the end of it.
And this is going to do just that for you. We did have a lot going on this week. Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown getting a new position, theoretically, although he hasn't signed on the dotted line just yet, as the head of the Western Region OTB. I did reach out to his spokesperson, Mike DeGeorge, to see if he would be willing to come on the show and share his thoughts on the good news. I just got a text message back from Mike that said, hold on, let me read it to you because I thought it was pretty funny. Ed, thank you for the invite. Maybe another time.
Okay.
Have a good weekend.
Well, that's fair.
Okay,
so we're following that for you. We're also coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about school bus safety, because that's been such a hot topic coming up. And especially this week, as we've seen everybody go back to school, we've gotten a lot of questions from viewers about the best ways to handle stopping when it comes to a school bus. And you and I were talking about if you're at a divided highway, and I'm going to give you an example, Sheridan Drive. Let's talk about Sheridan Drive, for example. There's 3 or 4 lanes on one side, 3 or 4 lanes on the other. What do you do? We're going to talk about that.
It's mind-blowing, and I was stuck on it all morning.
Well, you have to really be paying attention to it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay, we're also following this breaking news from Cattaraugus County this morning. I want to take you live to Creek Road in the town of Yorkshire. You can see firefighters here, police, and state police trying to figure out how this fire happened just on the other side of Route 16 from Pioneer High School. The thing about this fire is we're learning from state police that there have been, and this is a direct quote, multiple fatalities. We don't know how many people have died, how many people were inside this house, or how this fire started, but you can see those state police officers, investigators on the other side of that yellow police tape with their cameras in hand, walking around, trying to figure out what led to their deaths.
You know, we first got alerted about this fire around 2:30 this morning, so we sent our photographer down, and when he first got there, it was still an active fire. Now you can see it's still an active scene. Again, we have investigators, police, firefighters there. I know, Sarah, I echo those thoughts. It really is sad to hear about this. We have such limited information right now, but anytime you hear something like this, it really is devastating.
Especially with a number of fatalities.
Yeah.
You consider, it's early morning, overnight, and the fact that obviously if there were people inside this house, what could have happened in this event. I know, Kim, so sad. It really is, especially if there were, I don't want to speculate,
right.
But, of course,
we'll have to wait and see what information comes out here. We did reach out to state police, too. I texted state police to see if they join us for Second Cup. I haven't heard back yet. As you can imagine, I'm sure they're very busy at this scene right now. So as we get more information about what's happening here, you can see them taking photos right now.
Yeah, looking inside some of those windows and doors.
So we'll keep you updated as we learn the latest here.
This has, gone from bad to worse, I think, all morning long. And awful to hear.
Such a tragedy.
Sure is. That yellow crime scene tape, when it was up, and, I saw that a little bit earlier this morning when our photographer, Rob, was at the scene. When you see something like that happen, when you see the crime scene tape and when you see the yellow tape around something like this, it's abnormal. And so for me, it kind of spoke a little bit about the extent of the situation here and kind of raised some concerns. So I'm glad that we kept our photographer there.
Yeah.
And as we get more information, we'll certainly keep you posted.
Yeah, he'll be working to get it throughout the day. So we promised you some special guests at the start of the show. And we know you need a little levity for your Friday morning. Yeah. So we are lucky enough this morning to be joined by so many scouts. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, wait, we can do better. Where is the energy, everyone?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Try it with our outdoor voices. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Good morning.
Probably all week long, everybody's been told to use their indoor voice in school, and now here comes Ed saying, "No, let's use our outdoor voices."
Okay, should we introduce everyone?
I think so.
All right, go ahead. We'll have you introduce yourself first.
Gary Decker, I'm the Scout Executive for Western New York Scouts.
Sir.
Robert Dusher, I'm a local Scout leader.
Okay, and Ma'am, your first name and where are you from?
Eliza.
And where do you live? Don't give us your address, but tell us what town, perhaps.
North Tonawanda.
North Tonawanda. Okay.
Perfect.
I live in North Tonawanda as well.
And what's your name, sweetheart?
My name's Emily.
Emily, glad you're with us. Okay, Harrison, I know Harrison.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, where are you from, Harrison?
Kenmore.
Okay, cool. And sir?
North Tonawanda.
And what's your first name?
Nathan.
Nathan has a cool haircut, you guys. Can you all see that?
Nathan, Ed was already commenting.
I
on your
know, I
haircut.
saw that. I was
As
like,
soon as he
whoa.
saw it, he got a little bit jealous.
Pretty awesome.
All right, so we have a question. I'm going to start over here. Like, tell us what you guys are doing here and what's so important about having the scouts here this morning.
Yeah, we have 4 wonderful examples of scouting
Yeah.
program
Sure do.
with us today. And with back to school season, it's also our primary recruiting season for Cub Scouts and Scouts BSA. And so we appreciate the opportunity to be here today to invite people to sign their kids up for
Were
scouting.
you ever a scout?
Okay, yes, a funny story about that.
I had a feeling it was going to go somewhere, yeah.
I was a Cub Scout,
Uh-huh.
and I made it all the way up to being a Weeblo. And then I was kind of like, okay, I needed to move on and do other things, but I had a great time doing it. The Pinewood Derby, the Rain Gutter Regatta, it was all a great time.
Oh God, I remember I have a brother, and I remember the Pinewood Derbies of the past years.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a lot of stress sometimes associated with those derbies as you're trying to get those cards to go.
So when we see the start of the school year, what is one thing that you're looking to, Robert, to kind of help these kids grow and become leaders in the future?
Well, I mean, I think scouting really does a great job of helping them be good citizens, helping them learn to be friends with other kids that come from different backgrounds,
Right.
and it's a great place it's a really a non-competitive atmosphere versus sports, and we say it's a safe place to fail, to try new things, and try and get it right, but learn from the experience.
I love that. It's a safe place to fail, and it's okay to fail.
For sure. So we talked a little bit before we went on TV about what we were going to ask you. So the one thing I was having everybody think of was why they like being a scout, and then we were going to talk about some of their favorite badges. So did you think of some of your favorite things about being a scout, and tell me what they are?
The Pinewood Derby, like making calls like this and winning the trophies.
Oh,
Did you win
won?
a trophy?
Mhm.
Oh, look what! Oh my
The
goodness!
Patriotic Hero.
The Patriotic Hero Trophy.
I love
Now
that.
tell me a little bit about this car. How'd you come up with this idea? It looks like it says police. It says 911.
We just want. I always liked red, white, and blue, so I decided to go with this sign.
Very smart.
Smart.
That car looks like it runs too. The ones at our house, not so much. All right. What is your favorite part about being a scout?
My favorite part of being a scout is I love archery. I like BB guns. I like all the fun activities. It's a fun thing to do, and I have this badge from Haven,
Okay.
Camp Scout Haven.
And what was that?
It's like a type of camp where you stay there overnight.
Cool.
And it's fun. You get to do tons of fun activities, archery, tons of fun activities.
Did you do a campfire?
Oh yeah, I did a competition with it.
You did? What was the competition?
Who could build the biggest fire?
Wow.
That is so cool.
I just won that. No, but
But more importantly, were there s'mores?
yes.
Okay, thank goodness.
Okay, I have a question. What grade are you guys in? You're in 4th grade? Okay, cool. All right, Harrison, what's your favorite badge and why do you love scouting?
Well, my favorite badge is the recruiter badge.
I see that one here.
Yeah, because a recruiter is when you help somebody join Cub Scouts, which we're us scouts here are trying to do today.
Very smart. Okay, and why do you love scouting so much? Help recruit somebody who might be out there watching right now.
Well, I love doing the Pinewood Derby.
Okay. I see the weights on your car. Tell me about your car.
So this is my first place winning car. I have my trophy in my other hand.
Let's see it. Whoa!
So
The
cool.
Pinewood Derby trophy. That's awesome. Okay, why else do you love scouts?
I love scouts because I love doing the little balloon BB gun thing.
Okay.
And I love doing the activities with them, like archery and we loved to, when we did day camp this year, we were right next to Rails to Trail, so we were near like a train track.
Cool.
And whenever a train went by, we all like waved our hats in the air and said, "Hey, over here!"
Blow the horn?
No.
Oh, okay. Next
You know
time.
what? That's so fun though to go.
Never saw us.
It's so fun to have a good time with your friends. That's what
Yeah.
it sounds like. You guys are having fun with your friends when you're together at Scouts.
Last but not least, of course, I want to hear why you love scouting and what your favorite badge is.
Well, my favorite badge, I'm not sure
rules here, but I think it probably is. I love to go to Camp Scout Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Same. I was very fun, and there's many activities.
Yeah. It looks like you have a Pinewood Derby car also. It looks like a shark.
Yeah, I made this. Last year, I think I got second place for this. I got the second place with this car.
My man, give me some knuckles.
You guys are
That's
really
pretty
good with these
awesome.
Pinewood Derby cars. My goodness.
I love this.
So if people are interested in joining Scouts, let's talk a little bit about this, because when I was growing up, we had Girl Scouts, we had Boy Scouts. Now
Right.
we have girls here. Can we
Right.
talk about that and how people can get involved?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've had young ladies in our programs for the last several years. So any young lady or young man from 5 to 20 years of age can join any of our scouting programs. We have about 45 different recruiting activities going on throughout our area in the next week or so, but you can also go to the website beascout.org and find a local unit right in your area.
I love. Oh, go ahead.
I should say every major community in Western New York has a scouting program, and we'd love to have more young people in it.
And I love what Shirley is saying here, because we are able to chat with our viewers back and forth here. Shirley is saying these kids are so sweet, and a compliment. She says, you're all very poised. Do you know what that means? No. You guys are all very, very well spoken. You're very confident. You're very smart.
Maybe
and I
it's
think that's a
something
big
you got
deal.
from Scouts.
I think so.
Do you think that you learned some of that at Scouts?
Yeah, I think so too.
Scout oath.
The Scout oath. Okay, and I understand that there's also a secret Scout handshake. Can somebody show me what that is?
Are you allowed to show them what it is?
Moms, dads.
Scout, right.
Yes.
So-
Okay. All right. Can somebody show me what it is? The Scout handshake. Go ahead. Here. Should I come over here?
Is it actually a handshake, or is there?
Show me what to do. Hold on. Wait. Go ahead.
So it's basically a handshake, but you do this instead of just this.
Okay. Show the camera here so that they can see.
What are you doing with your hand?
Instead of just doing this, you do a peace sign.
So you stick 2 fingers out, and then what do I do here? I just shake your hand.
You got my wrist.
Oh, your wrist.
Mhm.
What do I do with my thumb?
So like,
Do this.
Oh.
And then wrap
Oh.
wrist.
Hold
Like
on.
this.
Like this.
And then wrap your fingers around like this.
no, all the way.
Put your thumb over there.
There you
go.
go.
There you
Oh,
go.
I don't remember scouting. This was very long ago. That's a very cool handshake.
And I have a question too. Is there an oath still?
There's a Scout oath and law. It's still the same Scout oath and law we've had for the last 100
Do you
years.
guys know it off the top of your head?
Okay, can we hear it?
I would love to hear it.
Put our 3 fingers up.
2.
2? Okay.
For Cub Scouts, yeah.
Go ahead.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
You guys are amazing.
Fantastic.
This is
Yeah.
the cool. You guys are the coolest guests that we've had on Second Cup. I'm not gonna lie. We had Anthony Chase on yesterday.
And we had very cool guests yesterday. I know.
But you guys are awesome. If there's one thing this year that might be different from last year or years past, what is it, and what are you looking forward to in terms of like helping? I asked you how you're gonna help them grow, but perhaps with like the sales, with some certain, I don't know, poise and being out there speaking to other people. How do you guys help them?
So one of the main methods we use for that is our popcorn sale.
Okay, thank you.
It's an annual sale, and it's about helping fundraise for our units to help them grow scouting, but it also gives them the skills to go out and communicate with people in the public, and not just talk about popcorn, but talk about all the great things that scouting is doing for them and for our communities. All the service projects and work hours that we put out into the community to make our communities better. So it's really just another method for us to get the message of scouting out to the public.
Aaron's son is in Scouts as well. His son Robbie was an Eagle Scout, and I know for him that was one of his most proud moments as a dad.
Yeah, for sure.
Being able to go out there and do something for the community, and it takes a lot of hard work to get there. So how do you help them achieve those goals?
For us at the Cub Scout level, it's about making sure it's age appropriate and making sure that what we're asking them to do just makes sense. So a lot of us do neighborhood cleanups, community cleanups, and they can learn how to give back and make their community a better place. And then as they grow with the program, then we move to projects of different complexity, hopefully all ending with an Eagle project. Hopefully every one of these kids will end up as Eagle Scouts and have an Eagle project, which is a bigger, more complex project with more planning and things like that. And it's a culmination of their work in scouting.
I'm also thinking too, when I think back over the years, I have to assume a lot of this has changed because I see some of the badges now have like a computer aspect to them, a science aspect to them. Have you seen that over the years? And what kind of things are these guys learning that we might not realize?
Yeah, our scouting program is evolved with the times and what kids are interested in today, right? You mentioned, video game design, other advanced technology.
Cool.
We've been doing the STEM program actually since the scouting program began. We just didn't call it that, right? So science, technology, engineering, all that sort of stuff. Different things that they're doing today than that we did when we were children in the program. But scouting really is fun with a purpose. It's about having those fun experiences while also learning those life skills.
Okay, so real quick, what level are you guys? You're a Cub Scout still right now?
Yes, I'm an AOL, which Arrow of Light, which
Okay, and Harrison? Bear, okay.
I am a Weeblo.
Love this.
I'm also a Weeblo.
This is so cool.
And Weeblo was where you
I called it quits.
fell off. All right, you guys are going to keep going, right?
Yes.
Do you guys think you might want to be Eagle Scout someday? Is that something? Really? Wow, that's amazing. What a cool commitment. Congratulations, guys.
Big round of applause for
Great to
all of
have you
our
on the
scouts.
show.
Is this for us? Thank you so much.
Oh,
You
did
are
you want to? And you mentioned you do have popcorn sales.
Yeah.
too.
Our popcorn
Do you want to tell us all about the popcorn?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So there's like a popcorn sales. We like go and sell popcorn, and some people go and ask to buy some popcorn, and we just sell it to them. We get each kind, like that kind. It's the bills. It comes with a little bills container that I could use for some stuff.
Yeah.
And have some yummy popcorn in it.
Delicious. You are
Oh.
a great salesperson.
And we can't wait to dig into it. We're going to tell everybody in the newsroom, hands off. This is for Katie and Ed. Yeah. Do you want to just add to, if people are interested in maybe getting some popcorn where they could do it?
Yeah, we have show and sell locations throughout our 6-county area. We do Cabela's every weekend here in the greater Buffalo area.
Nice.
But our units are in a lot of venues throughout the location. And
We have moms and dads here also. Do you guys want to come on in here? I feel like you guys are so proud, and I just think it's so important to acknowledge the
You
hard
don't
work
have
that you guys
to,
do
but
as
if
well.
you'd like
Come
to.
on in.
Yeah,
It's
come on
okay.
in.
Don't be afraid. You are, honestly, you guys are the unsung heroes here, I think. It takes a lot to be a parent, a guardian, a grandparent, and really, I guess my point is it takes a village.
Yeah, for sure.
And to do this, it's a big commitment.
Well,
so
it was
thank
fantastic to meet all of them too. They're wonderful representations of all the scouts.
Big
Thank
round
you
of
guys
applause,
for coming
everyone.
in today. We
Great
wish you the best with your
job.
popcorn sale and with this year. Hope you guys all have a great first year of school.
Are you guys going to school right now?
I'm already I missed the bus. I missed the bus.
Oh, no.
I missed the bus.
That's okay.
I bet mom and dad have this all figured out, that you're going to still end up at school today and everything's going to be
they
fine.
will.
Great job, everyone. Thank you
Thank
again
you,
for being
guys.
with us. We're going to step out here
Thanks so
and
much,
go
guys.
back to the desk. Are they not adorable? Are they
So
the
great.
cutest?
That was so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Charlotte, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you.
I'll join you in 1 second, okay?
Oh my gosh. I can't get enough. They were hysterical to even be here. Jeff says, keep up the good work, kids. She is adorable. Rosemary says, hope for the future. Jeanette says, great job, kids. Stay in scouts. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Right, that was a blast. Can we have kids on more often? Because
When
that
they
was so
came
much
in
fun.
here marching in, I just wanted to die. They are hysterical.
Now, it almost seemed like you didn't recall the oath.
I couldn't tell you.
I know. I was like, if you pulled it out, I was going to be like, that is amazing.
I
Ed.
did know. I knew the first words were on my honor. And
Yeah. Here, you
um,
might need this to
that's all
crack
I
that
knew.
open. Just be careful.
there we go. Feel Good Friday second cup is what Jeff Baker
We're not
says.
waiting for the popcorn, apparently.
I mean, why would we? They did such a good job
Yeah.
selling it.
Howard says, great show, guys, with the scouts. Diane says, great job, kiddos.
Ooh, it's caramel.
Oh, of course it is. You guys knew us. Thank you very much for the popcorn.
Thanks, everyone. Great
Bye,
job.
guys. Have a great day at school.
It's expensive. How much is it?
Send the
well,
bill to
that's
Ed. Okay? Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks again, Charlotte. Oh, absolutely.
If you guys want to take some pictures too out there in the lobby,
Oh,
like,
really
please
good.
feel free. And yeah. And we can come out after the show too,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you have to run. Yeah. Bye.
Jeff Baker, of course I have honor.
That was an absolute blast. Yeah, Julie said it was a great way to start her day. Kim
So
says,
funny.
what well-rounded children. Let me just get a little like,
They're so good.
okay. Because you know what? I got to tell you, I'm not a huge like regular popcorn fan.
Katie Wentz, caramel.
I know it's so different.
And she's
Oh,
like,
I can confirm it's delicious,
I know.
everybody.
okay, wait.
How about how she said you could use this can for different things?
Thank you.
So cute.
Oh my gosh.
They were fun.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about school buses because I cannot get enough of this story either. Like you and I know. I got stuck in your throat.
Huge mistake. Anyhow, I know. Okay, so we were talking about school buses, and we've been talking about it a lot because, you know what, I'm going to pull up that one thing that I was looking at too. We've been talking about it a lot because we know that there's fines, right, in the city of Buffalo. Right now, it's that warning period. Come October 1st, it's going to be fines to go around a stopped school bus. A school bus has got its lights out.
Right.
Okay, and it's stop arm out. But the thing that we started talking about this morning, and I brought up with Ed, and he kind of gave me this look like, wow, I haven't really thought about that, is like, let's talk about some of the bigger streets. Main Street in Buffalo is a good example, or Main Street in Williamsville is a good example. Sheridan Drive was another example I came up with where I said, you've got a barrier in the middle. You've got like 3 or 4 lanes on each side. And I don't know that people know what to do when it comes to that.
And to be honest with you, Katie, I did it. Like so here's my thought. You know, you're stopped on one side of Sheridan Drive, for instance, the bus is in front of you. They put their red flashing lights on. I would not have thought that if you're on the other side of that barrier going the opposite direction,
Right.
that you would need to stop.
Okay, so I just want to pull this up, John, because this is New York State's school bus safety website, okay? And you can take a look to the very far right. It says divided highway, whether it is, it's a little easier to read over here, unpaved or there's a barrier. And do you see how they're stopped in both directions there?
Yeah.
So that's something that's really important, I think, for people to realize.
But, you know, you don't think about it, but, you know, when you do stop and think about it, it makes total sense because if a kid is crossing that median or trying to go across the divider, you don't want someone to get hit if they're going in the opposite direction.
And realistically, I have a feeling that a lot of school bus drivers have like contingency plans for stuff like this. Like you probably don't see this that often because they do probably realize how dangerous it actually is.
Right.
So my guess is that they're probably taking them up closer to a crosswalk or they're taking them up closer to an intersection. But this is an important thing to keep in mind.
Lori says, I looked out my kitchen window yesterday morning and a jerk passed a school bus, which was stopped. Yeah, that's bad. And don't forget that state police, if they see that, they can give you a hefty ticket.
Right.
Howard says, it does not matter how many lanes or if they are separated, unless there is signage, you must stop. I run school buses and other buses for over 45 years. Yeah, my dad, it's a state law, both sides, you got to stop.
And that's the thing. I feel like when you talk about these divided highways, and like, I remember I told Ed this, I'll admit to it. I was a very young driver and I was driving down Maple, and there are so many schools down Maple. And I was started to go past a bus, but it was on the other side. And I think it was like 3 or 4 lanes. And the bus driver honked at me and I like hit the brakes like, oh my gosh.
Right. You feel terrible.
Oh my, I felt horrible. And like, you know, this is years ago when I was a young driver, but like now when you think about it, like this is kids' safety. And I do think it's just an important reminder because you need to pay attention to the traffic going, but so often we have that tunnel vision of where we're going. You've got to be watching this lane of traffic too.
So Michaela says, when I was in 9th grade, I almost got hit while crossing the street in front of my bus. That was scary. It was a 2-lane street and the driver gave me a signal to cross. That person never got in trouble, but it was so scary. And then somebody had reached out to the newsroom asking, well, what if the bus driver waves you on? I feel like they have a different perspective, a vantage point.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know we can go like a case by case scenario.
I know it's kind of like a speculation when it comes to each different case though.
Right.
Here's what I would say. Better safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
Take that extra 20 seconds and just like chill. This person had brought up a scenario about like the bus driver stopping and the kids are talking with the parents or the bus drivers talking. The other thing too is keep in mind, like a lot of the times we see this, right? Like if somebody stops and you get waved and whatever, don't do that. Don't go and don't be waving other people because like that you can't do that. You just never know what's coming the other way.
So Kim says, and this was kind of my thought also here, which is why I really guess I didn't think about really stopping on the other side of that divider. Would they let a child cross a divided highway? I wouldn't think so.
Right. That's my thought too. They'd probably have some sort of plan, like go up to the crosswalk where the crossing guard is or take it some, you know.
And then Jeff says the school district should not allow kids to cross several lanes of traffic. They should drop on both sides.
Yeah. And I
think
have to
most
assume they probably do. I would just think about, you know, it's an important thing to keep in mind so even too, like if you see, let's say the kids aren't crossing, but the kids are just getting dropped off at the same side, even if you're on the other side and they're not crossing, you still have to stop.
Well, okay, so listen to what Kristen says. That varies state to state. In Ohio, you don't have to stop on a 4-lane street. I almost got hit when I stopped.
Wow, that's interesting.
And I wonder, okay, so I don't want to put this as an experiment, but I wonder if people do stop, say, for instance, on Sheridan.
Right. Well,
on the
so
other side.
this is from dmv.ny.gov.
Right.
So I would assume that you do.
So interesting.
It is. We wanted to get a driving instructor on, but we just didn't have time. We had too many things going on, and we had other wonderful guests.
Well,
But
listen,
this was a good topic, I think. It's for something for all of us to think about.
good refresher.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being with us on a Friday. We appreciate you. Hope we gave you a smile on your face because we sure as heck were. And we'll see you right back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.